Hey there, future leaders. My name is Benjamin Selby-Hele, leadership through lifestyle coach at I Choose Awesome. I've been in the health and wellness, or the health and leadership industry rather now, for the last 10 years, having run my own business for the last 6 of those years. Basically, I help aspiring leaders who want to change the world and make a difference become those leaders. I show them how to generate all the confidence they could want and how to conduct themselves as a leader would, a leader that influences and a leader that inspires. The point of today's video is to share with you the 3 key action steps that you can take immediately, right here, right now, wherever you are, in order to achieve super confidence, to allow you to talk to your manager or your boss with ease, or seniority in general, and lastly, to get you noticed within the next 3 months as being a potential leader within your company. Now, let's take a step back before we just get into these action steps and look at where you're probably currently at. You're probably not unlike a lot of my clients, both of past and present. You find yourself in a new entry-level position in a big company. It's exciting, but at the same time, you're feeling an overwhelming sense of anxiety and uncertainty. All you know is that you want to make a difference. You want to be a leader who cares. You care about the state of the planet and how we're leaving it for the generations of tomorrow, and you want to make a difference. You want a leadership position. You want everything that comes with that position. You want the salary, the cool car, the corner office, the respect. But far and above that, you want to make a difference. You care. And this is the burden that you're met with daily. Your very real fear could be is that you'll never acquire that position and people will never realise what sort of a leader and what sort of things that you could achieve. Now, these 3 action steps that I go over today have the capacity to change your trajectory dramatically. You'll go from being someone who's just an employee to someone who's being noticed and recognised by management as a future leader of your company. These 3 key action steps are from my Future Leader Blueprint. A lot of my past clients have used these action steps to great effect. They're the most effective action steps that I could draw from that blueprint, and they get results. But before I go any further, I just want to take us to the side for a moment. I'll take you to the side for a moment and share that this information that I share is only as effective as your application of it. Meaning, if you fail to change, if you fail to implement these changes that I recommend, then you will never change. Your dream or your aspirations of becoming a leader won't materialise if you don't change. Only you can change your trajectory, and only you can put yourself on that path to leadership by changing your actions. You've got to acknowledge that you need to change and then implement the appropriate changes. So here they are without further ado. Number 1, change your body language. If you find yourself a little bit unconfident at this point in time, which is completely normal in a new environment, such as the corporate world, especially if you're just fresh out of uni, then the only way we build confidence is by exuding confidence. You've probably heard that statement before, fake it till you make it. Now, whilst I don't agree entirely with the notion of that statement, when it comes to leadership, there's nothing truer. If you can fake leadership, when it comes to confidence, there's nothing truer. If you can fake confidence, you'll begin to feel confidence and exude it. For the most part, a lack of confidence is solely due to what's going on between your ears, what's going on in your head. The way you think people perceive you and the way that you think you're being perceived by other people or what you're putting out there, it's to your detriment. That's the thing that undoes you. So if you can change your very state, you'll begin to feel confident. So what do I mean by that? Well, walk with your shoulders back, your head tall, make eye contact with people as you meet them or as you pass them. When you meet people for the first time, greet them with a strong voice, shake their hand, and let them know that you're a confident individual. When you're sitting down, sit with your shoulders back and your back straight. It makes such a dramatic difference. If you're going into a potentially nervous situation where you know you're going to be a little bit on edge, simply put your hand on your stomach. Make sure you're breathing in through your stomach, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel the rise and fall of your stomach, and it'll begin to calm you. It'll open up your brain circuitry, and it'll allow you to see clearer and feel more confident. So the first action step is to take and change your very body language. The second action step that we're going through is to build relationships. What a lot of people don't understand is that more than 75% of leadership is relationships. If you're wanting to assume a leadership position, if you're wanting to inspire people, then you've got to be able to talk to people and talk to them on their level. Show genuine interest. It is in your best interest to not only make acquaintances with people in your immediate department, but in those departments outside of yours. Hell, even go up and meet senior people within the company and introduce yourself. What sort of precedent and what sort of message is that going to send to those people in those leadership positions? You're going to get earmarked and noticed as a potential leader and someone who has the capacity to be confident and lead effectively. Don't feel bad if people are shying away from introducing themselves to you. It's not in everyone's nature to do so. It's not in human nature to embrace change and embrace differences and people that have come in that have changed the environment. So be the bigger person, be the future leader that you know you can be, and go up and introduce yourself to them and practice some of the action steps from action step 1. So your body language is a good opportunity to change your body language and change that dynamic. Lastly, the third and final action step, this is a game changer. Organise immediately now, wherever you are, a meeting with your direct boss, your direct manager. And just say that you've got something important that you want to discuss. Now, you can either organise it directly through him or her, I should say, as well, or through their secretary. But just say you need a 15 or 30 minute window just to talk about some things that are important for the future of the company and for your future as well. Now, before the meeting, get a plain scrapbook or a plain notebook and write down exactly what it is you want to say. The point of this meeting is to make your leadership ambitions clear and your intent on climbing up the ranks, but also trying to find out what it is, what key skills and values they look for in their leaders. This is what you want to pick your boss's brain about. So write down exactly an agenda of what you want to go through. And then take that notepad into the meeting. Now, don't feel ashamed or don't feel stupid by taking a notepad in with notes. It's actually a very endearing sign. One of the most influential leaders of our time, Richard Branson, is renowned for his note-taking. He takes a notepad into every meeting he goes into. It shows great active listening, he says. Taking notes, listening to what the person's saying, and taking note of it so that you don't forget it. Likewise, it keeps the meeting succinct because you've got an agenda to work to. Now, this will put you on the map, ladies and gentlemen. This will change your trajectory in achieving a leadership position from just motoring along slowly to skyrocketing capabilities. I've had clients that have got noticed and achieved a promotion within 3 months of actioning these very steps that I've just spoken to you about. Now, again, this isn't for everyone. You've got to be an action taker. If you're not an action taker, you won't reap any of these rewards. So just to recap, the 3 key action steps you need to take. Change your body language, exude confidence. Build the relationships. Relationships are the key to leadership. Thirdly, make that meeting. Organise a meeting with your boss or direct manager and let your intentions be known and ask them what it is that they look for in future leaders. Now, for those of you that are really keen on moving your way up through the ranks and ascending that corporate ladder, we've got a special opportunity for 3 action takers. But you've got to be an action taker. If you're not an action taker, you can turn the video off now. If you're an action taker and you want a more comprehensive strategy to get you noticed, then fill out the online form below as thoroughly as you can and send it to us. For the first 3 that we receive, you'll get a 60-minute leadership strategy session with one of our coaches where we'll identify your 3 key weaknesses, but moreover provide you with a 5-step strategy to overcome those weaknesses and start getting recognised as a future leader. Within the next 90 days, by following our strategy, you'll get recognised by management as a future leader, and your ascent will have well and truly begun. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've got a lot of valuable information out of the video today. Keep choosing awesomeness in all that you do and aspiring for greatness and to make a difference, and we'll be seeing you in our next video.